Hi, kiddo. Good to see you. How are things? You know what? That sounds pretty good. Maybe my telepathy is a little off, but you look like you have something you'd want to ask me. Advice, you say? I mean, I have thoughts on pretty much anything, but do you want advice on anything in particular? Oh, well, let me start off by saying that you're always enough, and I'll always love you. I know you know that. I just wanted to start with that. But I do think I have some form of advice in that general area. I just have to. I think I'd have to phrase it as a story because if you haven't noticed, that's sort of my MO with everything, more or less. Is that is that gonna be good? Okay, well, in that case, it's story time, and I think this is gonna be the story of a child. Well, it's a metaphorical child, so it's fair to say that it is you, but it is also your little sister, your tiniest, littlest sister who relies on you and looks up to you and needs your help to get by. As my stories go, this isn't gonna be one of those that make you feel all warm, fuzzy, and comfortable, I'm afraid. Well, the point is that you will, hopefully, remember this when your little sister needs you. And as you take care of her, it will help you to find something that we both know already. No, I'm not telling you. You'll have to wait for that one. Alright, so, deep down in your heart, at least for the purpose of this story, there lives a little girl, your littlest baby sister. Well, the point is, there is a kid living in your heart, and it is you. And it is also someone that you need to take care of, someone who relies on you, just a child who can't take care of themselves. I hope that makes a semblance of sense. Well, the kid I have in my heart, I like to think of them as my little kid because it just evokes a lot of love and care, makes me want to be a good parent for them, or at least try to. Thanks, kiddo. That means the world to me. It really does. You see, because they are a child, they haven't learned things. They haven't learned to wait in turn. They haven't learned to calm down or behave properly or all those things that us adults keep doing. So, when they're sad, they will cry and weep and be unhappy. And when they're happy, they will bounce around with childlike joy. Well, I mean, it's not like you were like that at all times when you were a kid, and no kid is really always like that. What I'm saying really is that they don't have the filters we do. They don't have the learned manners of how to behave and crap like that. They just feel things and then they immediately act on it, which is something a child might do, even though it's not, constant. Well, I'm glad it makes a bit more sense. So, anyway, this child is reliant on you. And if perchance the child maybe is sad and starts crying, you need to do something about that. And one of the solutions that you could come up with is to take them to see me, you know? Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you that you're loved and precious, which you obviously are, and your little sister, at least to some extent, will feel better. I know it feels like it works, right? But here's the thing. Weird as this may sound, if you keep doing that, your sister will get jealous. Yeah, it's tricky to get jealous at yourself, but it can somehow actually happen. I don't know if you have experienced this, but sometimes when someone tells you that you're amazing and precious and great, those words will not only bounce right off you, but they will feel sticky and uncomfortable, almost like, get them off me, sort of a feeling. Yeah, it can happen. And that's your little sister being yellows and asking the tough question. Well, the tough question is, when I'm sad or unhappy or need help, why is it always your friends or dad who takes care of me? Why is it not you? Yeah, that one can sort of hurt. I'm a bit sorry for bringing it up, but the thing is, your inner child, your little sister in your heart, needs to hear those words from Big Sis, from you, and needs to know that they're not just appreciated in general, but appreciated by you. I think when I say things like, I'm so happy that you're in my life, which I am, those words will only reach as far as your little sister lets them. And if deep down inside your heart the doors are closed and she dares not open, then fewer words will get in. Yeah, that's true. It goes for both the good ones and the bad ones, because that's how an open door works. I think you are onto something there, and I think we need to practice opening that door. That is also true. There is some people who are really good at keeping that door wide open. But even then, it can be different if someone tells you that you're a doofus, or if someone tells you you're great. The words will go not quite as far as each other. They will be differently allowed to get in, because when push comes to shove, those words need to start from the inside. And that's how your little sister knows that they belong there. The good ones need to be let inside, need to be given by you. Well, honestly, I feel like I'm just repeating myself. You have heard this story by now. What would you say is your takeaway from this?